If you try to date me, you will always hear me say, I will be surrounded by men because I'm raising sons. So
Wonderful.
you've got to be comfortable with the fact that if you are not willing to be that role model, then that there will be a myriad of examples.
Now, Fit Goddess, are you raising those young men by yourself?
So no, I have a tribe, right?
There you
Like the
go.
brother said, I'm not, nor will I ever be a man. However, if you try to date me, you will always hear me say, I will be surrounded by men because I'm raising sons. So
Wonderful.
you've got to be comfortable with the fact that if you are not willing to be that role model, then that there will be a myriad of examples. Because so let's say if I find flaw in their father, I create another example. Not saying that he's perfect because nobody is. But if I see something in my son and something in another man, I will present that man for my son to see if they can connect because I can't, whatever it is. And I've witnessed it. I've I danced for Atipan Entertainment, right? For the African Landing Day, there was a gentleman that came by and wanted to help my oldest carry his turtles. He was so enamored. I love that your son has turtles. I said, okay, well, that's fine. Go talk to him, right?
Hmm.
I said, son, tell him what you do. He goes on his speech, his pitch of his business and who he is, and it's a wonderful thing. He does it way better than I do. Um, and the man says, son, you are so valuable. Mind you, I've said this 10 years in a row, but we're at that age, right?
Right.
You don't hear me. I understand this. That's fine. You
Absolutely.
don't need to hear me. It's okay. Please go hear the people that are going to speak to you so that when you come to me and say, Mom, he told me that I'm valuable. That's right, baby. That's absolutely right. You
Right.
are so valuable.
Right.
That is now my role. Now, don't get it twisted. I
Mhm.
can understand as a single mother, being raised by a single mother, how this is very, very difficult.
Mhm.
It is very, very difficult. And brothers, y'all need to help these single sisters because it is very, very difficult. You have created a seed with a person who now looks like that person who you are no longer with for whatever
Mm.
reason. And if you have not healed from that trauma of the
Mm.
decision or whatever, what that ends up looking like is every time you get frustrated, all of that resentment comes out onto that little person. And then we just talked about trauma. So now what's happening? This little young man is looking at this black woman. Why do you think so many black men despise black women? Because
Mm.
evil black mothers. And I
Mm.
don't mean it in that way, but they're being vicious not to the child, but to
Mm.
what the child represents, whether it is the image of the man
Mhm.
or the consequences of their decision. Again, I've been told I was a mistake. I've been
Mm.
chastised for having charisma like my father. I
Mm.
am the child that my mother was like, oh my goodness, I can't stop acting like your daddy.
Mm.
Ma'am, what is that? Who? It has nothing to do with me. Why are
Yes.
you treating
Yes.
me this way? As an adult, I can see this and I can understand. And again, it is very hard because there are those times where my sons look exactly like, and I'm taken back to that point of most rage because who cares? However, in that moment, I have to breathe and remember this child and that man are not the same individual, right? That
Amen.
Mm.
child I brought into this world on purpose. However, I'm the mother that takes notes. I'm the mother that I can show you where I did numerology for their names. I can show you where I have books upon books and then emails of writing them like, hey, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to like, oh my God, I feel you. Now you're out. And I'm like, oh my God, remember when I was writing to you when you were in me? Now you're out and you're doing the thing that I felt. I knew as a child whose father wasn't available. I tell my oldest son all the time, I know you're mad sometimes because of you want this idea. But son, unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. So you still have the thing that you want. Yay! My dad wasn't there. Why would I? Why would I? Why would I be the woman to be so spiteful, so revengeful, so
Mm.
um, intimidated, abused, battered to be like, oh my God, your dad is not good enough. No, your dad is doing whatever it is that you need from him because he's your dad. Cool. Go over there. Do I miss my sons? Yes. They called me right before the show, and I thought I was late, but y'all was late while I was crying in the closet because I miss my babies.
Wow.
You know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with them being where they are, being loved on by their dad, regardless of whatever sometimes my crazy mind makes up, right? If I relax and be like, yo, guess what I don't have to do? Feed 2 kids. You know what I don't have to do?
All right.